Welcome to the most played games list, my first most played games list of 2018. A special video because we get to celebrate slash point out to everybody that Fortnite is now top dog on console, and COD has lost its dominance as the most played game on console now. Boom. So that's a big thing. Also, another thing I want people to pay attention to: Fortnite is the most played game. It's a free-to-play game. If you want something similar to Destiny but done well, there's also free-to-play Warframe. It's on the list at 23rd. So my angle on this was actually pretty clever. My angle on this is just take a look at over at Steam. Xbox is slowly becoming Steam now as these free-to-play games are coming over to console now, and they're doing extremely well. Here's a simple Nostradamus prediction from Marion. Free-to-play games are going to come on the rise again because of this very simple statistics that I got right here. Very simple. Warframe doing splendid. Rainbow Six Siege, why is it doing well? Because it's essentially free. Games that make a one-time purchase to get in and stay with it, like Overwatch, treating games as a service keeps your player base contained. That's a big thing people don't understand. Also, that's something I want to maybe take a look at, is player base containment, or do you let them or do they go to different games? Because if a different game sucks you in full time, it's hard to play different games. So you see games like Overwatch saying, no, you can play this game now or a year from now. It's pretty much going to be the same game. You don't worry about it. You can come back to this game at any time. That's what I like to see. Confidence in your own game. Rainbow Six Siege does the same exact thing. It's games that don't dramatically change anything about the game, but they just improve upon it so that the player feels like they're coming back to the same game, like riding a bicycle. Yeah, all these metaphors, they really do mean something. And that was something I just want people to pay attention to. Will free-to-play games become will they become a huge staple on console or not? On PC they are, they're very important, but on console they haven't been. And now as we become more of an internet, electronic, freedom, internet-based, game, you don't need a disc no more. Games that can contain only in the digital realm, them developing it and giving it to you for free, also containing zero currency. It's a clever way to literally create a product and put it into everybody's hands, and then ask them, do you like said product? This is the future of business. I'm not fucking around with anybody on this one for sure. This is what Amazon's business model is they go operate at a loss, and people go to them because they're cheap and they got a great product because they're going at a loss. And that's what these developers do, the same thing. And then all you do to get out of said loss in the video games industry is just say, hey, here's some little trinketry, here's a little nothing. Would you like to pay something for a cosmetic in the game to help support us so we can feed our families? And most gamers with disposable income will just say, yeah, I'll give you a couple bucks, because if we all pitch in a couple bucks, think about this. No, I can't do that. I ain't doing math freehand, but I tell you, if you take the player base and you monetize them for each year, depending how much you want to do it, $15 to $30 a year for some type of season pass thing, it's really not rocket science. That this is the future of game development and business models, not EA's business model. That is not the future. I just want that to be clear. As EA continues to act like they're leading the world of innovation as far as a business model, it's not the future. Games like Fortnite will just blow you out of your way. Like EA is settling for lower positioning, lower sales of their base games to maximize profit once you buy it. That's not a good business model. It's not sustainable. That's why it's self-corroding itself. That's just the facts right there. And Ubisoft's business model of greenlighting interesting and creative games is paying off for them dividends. So like I said, I'm done with this shit. I'm about to be the business guy talking about video games, because fuck these guys. They don't know what they're fucking talking about. It's really, all you gotta do is pay attention to what the gamers do, because it's real simple. Who are the consumers in the gaming industry? I'm a big supply side. I don't believe in trickle-down gaming. I don't believe in you take the shittiest game at the top and you let it water everybody, all the plants down. No, you make your most played games trickle up. Your quality games should start at the bottom and they should be at the top. So when I put Rainbow Six Siege on a pedestal, or even that shitty game Overwatch on a pedestal, it's because they do stuff right. And so what they do should trickle down to the other games. It's not, like I said, the more I study politics and business and gaming and everything, the more the trends all line up. This is why Dobbins is so good on his channel. He sees all this shit before me, because I just started paying attention. Anyway, this is all off topic. Alright, so back to the list now that I broke the tension. So you got Fortnite number 1, more popular than COD, coming in at 2 now. This could be a little fluke or a power battle, which is interesting also. I like that. So pay attention to that. Then you got Grand Theft Auto 5 at 3. That's always going to be there. So Rockstar, like I said, Rockstar has found a way to keep its player base with them. When the next game comes out, watch this player base completely disappear. Or I think Rockstar knows that too. That's why they're not double dipping their player base like Blizzard and Activision and EA and everybody. Rockstar's smart with their player base. They keep it super contained. Super contained. hey, it works. It's working for them, so that's why they do it. Pay attention. That's another thing. Yeah, that's clever. Next up, we got Rainbow Six Siege at the 4th place. Like I said, that's what's going to be its spot for now. 100,000 people on it or whatever, around that range. Then you got 2K18 at 5th. You got PUBG at 6th. So for PUBG being at 6th, not as popular as Fortnite. Meanwhile, it's super popular on PC. Something's missing here. I'm assuming, and my theory to this is real simple: is that Fortnite, because it's casualized, it's a lot easier for people on console than PUBG. I assume that's why they're gonna play Fortnite on console and PUBG. I think PUBG's they think it's because Fortnite came to console first, but I really think it's just because Fortnite's an easier, simpler game, and it'll appeal to more people that way. So, and also they're a lot more creative with their game modes and stuff. They keep trying. They're gonna watch what, like, my big thing about Fortnite is I can't wait to see what they do in like 6 months from now, because all the updates they're doing are small but smart. So I can't wait to see if they pull a Rainbow Six Siege and do something big and smart, because that's really the difference. Is a lot of these developers like Rainbow Six Siege, they're not, what they do is small differences. That way when you come back to the game, you're like, oh, this is fresh. And that's the way development is supposed to be. It was how it was for like DICE games. When DICE does their development properly, every time they update the game, they definitely improve it. And that was something. This video is about to go on forever. Okay, let's just keep moving. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna. Then you got at 7th, you got Madden, then Roblox, then Ark, and then Overwatch. Like I said, that's the weird section of the games list. Black Ops 3 still at 11th. That's slightly interesting. You got Rocket League at 12th. Destiny 2 at 13th, and then Star Wars Battlefront 2 at 14th. Like that's how far they've fallen. Both of those games had potential to be. Well, Destiny 2 was the most played games, and now it's all the way down, just all the way down to 13th. Star Wars Battlefront 2 was at one point, I think, either 5th or 8th or something like that right there. So it had a lot of potential, and it slipped straight back down. It had its DLC. It had the new movie come out to give it a hype. It didn't take it. I kept telling people that game's not that good. It sucks. I like the game, but it has flaws, and more people like Storm deny the flaws of the game, the more you're going to be squandering this game and its player base that it has. Speaking of player bases, then you got Assassin's Creed Origins at 19th, still holding strong for a single player game. I think it's the most played single player game based on this list. Yeah, I pretty much named all of them. So yeah. And then you got and then you got Battlefield 1 dropped down to 20th. So a lot of these shooter guys have dipped from Battlefield 1 and Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Destiny. They either went to Fortnite, they probably either went to Fortnite or Rainbow at this point. I mean, I'm just basing it on this list. That's all I got, guys. Then you got Warframe at 23, like I said, good for it. 31, you got For Honor. I was hoping For Honor to make a bigger push, but we'll see, we'll watch it. Halo Master Chief Collection somehow got on the list the last couple days. It's at 44th now. I got on the other day, played a game. I don't know, it's weird playing Halo. I would like, yo, shout out to anybody watching this, come play Halo with me. Kenny, if you watch this, like, yeah, let's go play Halo, buddy. But that's where I stand. And the estimation is there's in between 7,000 to 10,000 players on Halo MCC. I find that interesting, because this is essentially remember when I tried to revive Battlefield 3? Well, Halo Master Chief Collection is having the exact same thing right now. So maybe I'll go back and play it and see what's going on, since it's getting a new player base. Like I said, and any game that gets onto the list has a big enough player base to at least experience the realness of the game. Like I said, Battlefield 3, when I went back to it, and when I was trying to get everybody into it, you run into roadblocks. Like, there's just not enough players, there's not enough people, there's not enough for all the game modes and stuff. But I believe with these numbers, since Halo MCC is on this list, maybe it's semi-playable, maybe, especially if the matchmaking system works. So you might have to test that one yourself. But comment in the comment section if you got anything to say. Peace out.